Hi, in this video we're gonna set up the database connection pool. Go to the config module and we want to create a new method in config, a public async function dbPool. It will receive a reference to self so we can have access to the configuration and will return as result a Postgres connection pool. Let's import that. Use SQLx Postgres PG pool. First, let's add a log entry. Info, creating database connection pool. Then we can start creating the pool using pgpool builder, and this builder will allow us to configure the pool. Be sure to check the create documentation for the full parameter list. For this, I will set the connection timeout. It receives a duration and I want to specify it in seconds, so call from seconds, and this can be a configuration, but we'll just hardcode it to 30 seconds for now. Let's import duration from the standard library, and I will leave everything else with the default values and call build. I need to pass the database URL, and I have that as an environment variable, so I can read it in the config. Just add a new attribute to the config, public database URL of type string. I can now pass the reference to self.databaseURL to the build function, then call await, and that will return a result. Let's add a context to the error to convert it to an error report with the message creating database connection pool, and this function is ready. Now we can go to the main file, and after getting the config from the environment, I can create a new variable pool, and that will be equal to config.dbPool. Call await, and we want to panic if there is an error, so call expect with the message database configuration. Okay, we want this pool to be available to our handlers, so we need to add it to the app as a data, so call.data and pass the pool. This will create many workers, so we also need many copies of the pool, and it is okay to call clone. Think of it as cloning an arc, just another reference to the same pool.